What's happening, people? It's your boy Black Cockney. I'm kind of struggling today because I had a bit to drink yesterday. Nice wedding, nice people, lovely. Well, what shall I talk about today? Well, let's look at Brussels, for example. You know what's been happening over there. People have been blowing themselves up at airports and metro stations. It sounds very familiar. Sort of kind of what's happened in London, Madrid, etc. And you have to ask yourself, why are these guys doing this? You know, a lot of them come from the area, so they've lived there for maybe all their lives, you know, and they've got some mad idea that if they do this, that this will suddenly change how people behave or how people think, or maybe change the government's kind of strategy in the Middle East. And it's not, it does nothing. In fact, it kind of hardens their position. I mean, you have to ask yourself, you know, why are these guys doing that? And why are they allowed to walk amongst us and do all these stupid things? I mean, it's an absolute joke. Why aren't there security services on these people and, you know, making sure that they are held accountable? You know, that's what you got to ask yourself. But, you know, we're the ones, the ordinary folk, we're the ones that cop the end of their retribution and so on. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, what do they want from us? You know, if someone keeps attacking you, eventually you're gonna turn around and bite them. And this is what's gonna happen. If these attacks continue, then people are just gonna take the law into their own hands, which I'm not advocating. But the longer this thing continues, you'll find that people will harden their stance and they will look to get retribution themselves, because every time a bomb goes off, it's loved ones and that are dying. So you have to ask yourself, you know, what are the security services doing? But it seems like they're getting a lot of money in their budget, but they're not. They've got a big budget, but they're not doing anything with it, because these guys, and you know, they're not very sophisticated in the sense of them as, you know, they're planning. All they do is put a bomb together, walk out and blow it up. So, you know, they know these people. These people were caught. Like, I think one of them was caught by Turkey, and Turkey warned Brussels about this. Well, the Belgian government, and no one said nothing. You know, no one followed this up. No one put him in jail. Nothing. You know, and this guy then could plot and, you know, execute his plan. It's a joke. I mean, you know, what do they want us to do? What you want us to sit there while you take us, wipe us off the face of the earth? You know, what do you want us to do? You know, so if the government can't sort this out, then you know what will happen. There'll be groups, and you know, some of the far right groups, they'll say, yo, yeah, all these guys, all these Muslims blowing us up, you know, you need to do something about it. And then they will gain, you know, they would swell their numbers, you know. It's a joke. Please sort it out. Security services, sort it out and get it right. And get these people, track them down, find them, put them in jail. Because there's no point us, you know, attacking people in drones, thousands of miles away. And you can't even defend us from a couple of people that are in a flat somewhere. It's a joke. Anyway, my name's Black Cockney. I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.